The following video will be a brief tutorial on how to insert a graph into Microsoft Word on a Mac, which is slightly different than the process if you were using a Windows-based machine. So the first thing is you have your blank document. We're going to look here to the top where it says Charts, and now we have our chart options: column, line, pie, bar, horizontal that is, and area, scatter, and other. For the purpose of the graph that I'm going to create here, I am looking to do a column or a vertical bar graph. And when I click this, what it'll do is give me some options. And the option I'm going to choose is a clustered column, because I am going to be creating a triple bar graph to show life expectancies of males, females, and total for the countries that I've selected to show you. So I'm going to click on that. What it's going to do is open up Excel where my data will need to be inserted. For the purpose of our graph here, I am going to minimize some of my information so that we can also see my graph. You'll see on the left hand side now is the graph that's created with the default data that is there. Categories here in column A represent each set of bars, and the series here along row 1 indicate each of the bars that will be shown. What I am able to do is I'm going to go over to a document where I have some pre-configured data that I will be using. So I'm going to quickly change over to that, which is this here. We have our data about our various countries and such, and so I'm going to copy a portion of it directly over to my other chart so that this process is a bit quicker. Alright, you can enlarge your columns so you can see the entire titles. However, it's not necessarily necessary. Just so that you can see the titles. So we'll increase these a bit larger. What you can see here is that I have the life expectancy at birth for total, female, and male. What I do need to insert are the country names that are being studied. So I will copy those. I'll then take them back over here to my data. I have to be careful that they paste in properly. There they are. So I'm going to minimize a few things. What you can see now is my graph looking very much like I want it to. And I will minimize, actually close the chart that has the data that's necessary to create the graph in Excel, because we no longer need it at this point. Alright, so right now we have our chart. Our legend is acceptable, but probably not in the best place. We can click on it and format the legend. It gives us options of where we want it placed. I'm actually going to place mine in the bottom, below the graph. And I'm going to click on OK. Now I'm going to change a few things. I'm going to go to my layout and I'm going to reduce my margins so that they're minimal. I am then going to, if it'll let me, stretch my graph so that it is wider, and also make it a bit, this is not letting me stretch it that way, so I'll leave it for now. I will change the width of my legend. I am actually going to change the font size for my legend down to 8-point font so that it does fit nicely here below all the countries. Now, it's not necessarily the best place for the legend, however, if that is where I'm going to include it. Now we are missing a few details, titles, axis labels and whatnot, so we need to add those. If we go to chart layout, we get our options. So the first thing we'll add is a chart title. We're going to put the title above the chart. Right now we'll leave this blank, or as is. We'll add our horizontal axis below it. We will also add our vertical axis. A nice one is rotated. Now what we need to do is actually create our titles. So our vertical axis will be age in years. Our horizontal axis will be country. Our graph title will be life expectancy. And the data is all from the year 2010. It is not necessary to explain in the title here that this is life expectancy for in total by male or female, because our legend explains that from what you can see here at the bottom. So what we have here is a completed triple bar graph showing life expectancy for the countries of Afghanistan, Australia, Ethiopia, Norway, United States, and Argentina. There are a few things, of course, we can do. Of course, changing the size of the graph, colors of bars, but all of that is just by preference. But that is how you insert and create a graph in Microsoft Word on a Mac.